This is Mike, and we're in Southlake, Texas tonight. We're in a very unique situation. This is the backyard. The challenge with this project is we have a house in the front that's 3 stories. We have a garage in the back that's 2 stories. We have neighbors on both sides with 6-foot-high masonry walls. And we want to put a pool in, and we want a fire feature, and we want a spa, and we want a fountain, and we'd like an outdoor kitchen and patio area to boot. So everything we did came through that garage door. So we had to hand dig this pool and bring everything up a flight of stairs because the garage is about 4 feet lower than where we're standing right here. In fact, to begin with, this was the porch, and you can see the expansion joint right here where the existing porch was, which wasn't very usable space. So the first thing we did is we extended the porch out so it was large enough that we could put a table and chair up here. And then we moved the steps down to here, going to the edge of the pool instead of the steps over there. Now, basically divided the front area from the view. We wanted to keep it open. Table and chairs went off to one side. And the reason the bar had to go off to the other side was because where the doors and windows were located with the house. We didn't want to come in and put a countertop in front of the main door coming out. So here we've got a kitchen. It's a rather unique kitchen. The fact that we have a backsplash along here. Of course, we've got some plugs in that. But we don't have a backsplash where the bar stools are. Now, how does that work? It's 36 inches on this side. And what happens is, if you look over here, you can see we step down 6 inches to give a terrace for the bar stools to sit on. So actually it's 42 inches on that side, it's 36 on this side. We have this nice big countertop. We use a product called Looters here, which is limestone. We can get it in big slabs, it's soft, it's perfectly smooth. So that way you have very few mortar joints going across this whole area. Built-in fridge underneath. We have a grill, and one of the big requirements is because we're big into recycling on this project is we had to have a recycling bin for the beverages over here, and we had to have another recycling bin over here for the paper products. So we accommodated both of those things in the outdoor kitchen. Came and capped all the patio areas with travertine. Because we're using a Versailles pattern here, we use a square drain grate, so it fit more in with the style of everything else in this backyard. So this was the covered walkway going to the garage, which we came in with tile on top of this. We were able to get that with the finished floor of the door that was going out, which was critical in making all these pieces work. So then we got the pool. The pool had to be centered on the 3 windows. We wanted something very tailored. So we've got the fountain centered under the center window. We've got the 2 precast columns with the pots on top centered under the other windows. The spa is centered on the windows. The pool is centered on the windows, which gives us a little bit of greenery right here to soften the edge in between the pool and the walkway, which is critical in this yard. You need some greenery, otherwise it's going to be too sterile in appearance. And then we've got some simple grass area over here. They considered putting turf in because they have a dog, but they decided dwarf mondo grass would look a little bit better than just grass in that little spot. The spa is a perimeter overflow. Overflows on 3 sides. On the 2 outside areas, it is just a dry stack looters, similar to the material on the step. And then the front was the stair step, so we could get a little bit of sound. We wanted something subtle, but in a small space like this, it could get very overpowering if we had a lot of sound because of the 2 high walls on both sides and sound bouncing back and forth. So we had to have our equipment recessed off into the corner. The one big challenge is there was an easement going through the back of the property. So the fire wall right now is right on the edge of the easement. Let's walk around the other side. Oh, we have more fire now. Okay, so right here was the easement that was required through all these courtyards to there's a big drainage pipe underneath here that you have to have access to. So we couldn't put anything permanent here. So there's actually a Trex deck that's recessed into the travertine. So it makes a nice patio area back here for a couple of chairs and the lounge chairs. So we can kick back here by the fountain itself. So when we look back, we can see the elevation change in the yard, which, you know, in a small space like this was tricky to deal with the different areas and terraces that we had. So we're here in Southlake, Texas. Hope you enjoyed our small space where we measured everything down to the 1/2 inch to make sure it all fit. So thanks, we'll see you later.